What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Ghetto. I'm back with a new one. This one is going to be real short and sweet. A while back, somebody asked me how do you load bass samples or low frequency samples into the MPC without the clicks, pops, and crackle. So I'm going to give you a quick tutorial. Follow me. Alright, okay, let's jump into the MPC. I have a blank template. Don't have any samples, any sounds loaded up. Nothing there. Okay, so the first way I'm going to show you how to load in low frequency or bass samples is into a drum program. It's real simple, real easy to do. First thing you want to do is hit Shift and Menu for Browse. Go to wherever you have your samples saved at into your computer or inside the hard drive on the MPC if you have one installed. Now we can sample whatever sounds we have. These are 808 sounds, 808 samples rather. Okay, so I got a 808 sample that's A flat. So, and that's the tone of the sample is A flat. I just happen to know that because I created these and I have it labeled. So if you know the tone of the sample, or the tune of the sample, should I say, that will help out a lot down the line if you're loading it into a key group. I'll get to that later. So I'm going to go ahead and load this sample up. It's the only sample I have loaded. Now I'll go to Sample Edit. You can preview the sample. And from here, the only thing you have to do is assign the sample to a key group. It will sound exactly as it did. Previewing it, it'll play the same way you heard it. So you go to Assign. I'm going to put it in pad A01 and always use pad parameters. That's just a personal preference of mine. You can use non-destructive slice if you want to, but always use pad parameters. I'm going to hit Do It. And now, program 1, the 808 sample is there. There's nothing on any other pad. Now, in this particular case, if you wanted to pitch the sample or change the frequency of the sample, there's two ways that you can do it. You either go to Warp Samples, and once you're inside Warp Samples, you can pitch it by semitone, or you can fine tune it a little bit. So, okay, so you can do that fairly quickly. But whatever tone that you set it to is pretty much what you're going to be stuck with. Now, the other way that you can do it inside a drum program is to go to 16 levels. So you hit the 16 level button, put it to tune, and then from there you get 16 different tunes of that 808. Now, doing it like this, depending on what you're trying to do, it'll probably work fine. You just have to pretty much find whatever tones go with the rest of the music that you have playing, because everything in this 16 level won't be in the same key of the song that you're working in. Now, the second way to do it, I already have the sample loaded, so I don't have to reload the sample. But what I'll do is go to Key Groups, and then I go to Program Edit. Now, in Program Edit, all I have to do is just load the sample in there. So there the sample is. Now, trying to play it, this is where you get the pops, crackles, and all of that. can't really hear the sample. Now, in order to get around this, because what it's actually doing is playing the sample in the lowest possible octave that it can play it. And what you want to do is go to your third or fourth bank. Before you do that, I always go to pan velocity. And once I'm in pan velocity, if you know the tone of the sample, you can set it right here where it says sample or SMP. So you highlight that. And since the sample is in A flat minor, I will tune or tell the MPC that this sample is A flat minor. Now, so what I've selected is G sharp 0, and I happen to know that G sharp is the same as A flat minor, not because I know it, but because I have all the keys on my keyboard labeled, and I'm stupid. So, now that we got that out the way, what I also do is go to the master, take it off of poly, put it on mono, and put it in one shot. Now I'll go back to my main menu, and like I said, from here you still get the snap, crackles, and pop, because it's attempting to play the sample in the lowest possible octave. What you want to do to get a preview of the sample in this mode is go to your third or fourth bank. So I'm going to select my third bank. Now those notes won't be in the same key of whatever scale you're working in. If you want the notes to be in the same key or the same scale, then what you want to do is go to pad perform. Now that you're in pad perform, you have your notes laid out in whatever scale you're in. You can play them chromatically. If you have it in poly, you can play them as chords, so on and so forth. And I'm bank is two. Oh, I'm at bank 2. Let me go back to bank 1. Okay, now. Now the 808 is playing in perfect scale A minor. And you can change the scale, F minor. So on and so forth. You get the point. And that's pretty much it. Real simple, real straightforward. Those are the two ways that I know that you can load low frequency or bass samples inside the 808, and how you can pitch them to play them with your song. Hope you learned something. If you didn't and you already knew it, thanks for watching anyway. I'm out.